start off kind of like what we've asked a lot of the older guys, as far as this Saturday is concerned. What does it mean to you knowing that, like, okay, this is the last home game?
You know, it's funny. It's really just another game to me, but that's just kind of been the mindset for the last 2 years, and that's helped. But a little deeper down, you know, it'll be my last time ever in Doak and stepping on that field. So definitely means a lot, and have my parents out there and with Coach Fisher. But it's just been an amazing ride, and can't ask for a better way for it to end.
I guess just as far as this season's concerned, I mean, what's it meant to you to kind of be able to go home to North Carolina, do well there? You're able to see family when you're at Clemson. Last week, NC State saw you chatting, I guess, with some guys you grew up with or you knew. And now this, I mean, has it hit you just kind of how, like, in a lot of ways it's been reliving past experiences or no?
Yeah, in a way. I mean, we've been to Charlotte, you know, the last 3 years. Unfortunately, we're not going back this year, but I mean, games at Wake, at NC State. I mean, even Boston College. I have a little bit of family up there that got to come, and my parents have been awesome to come. They haven't missed a game in 4 years, so that's just been amazing and a blessing to me. But being in the ACC, that was obviously one of the big things that I had to choose, you know, between here in Alabama to SEC, a little farther away for the family, or, you know, ACC and get to stay on the coast and where my parents could fortunately come to every game.
It's a small class of seniors. Is it a close group, close-knit?
Yeah, I mean, we were all really close. I mean, obviously, you all know we had a ton of juniors leave last year. I think it's just Reggie and I from that 2012 class that are actual seniors and played the 4 years. But, you know, all the rest of our guys are gone, or either we're doing other things, Bracy running track and all that. But we were all definitely close, and this senior class is definitely close. All the stuff that we went through this summer and with the team and the meetings and just we all came together.
As far as just, I guess, the year you're having individually, I know when you and I have talked about it, you just said it's a matter of taking what's in practice and applying it to a game. What routine have you gone through to get more and more comfortable to where you've had games like BC, like this most recent one, even like Clemson, where you can look and say, okay, I was able to flip the field and really pin people back?
You know, it's just, like I've talked about, it's, you know, quality over quantity. And I can be honest, 2 years ago, you know, last 4 or 5 games, they were all right. But in practice that week, you know, just trying to get a ball 45 yards, 47 yards, it just took a toll on my body. And these last 2 years, especially this one, I'm in the best shape of my life that I've been in college. My leg feels great. Still hitting 60-yard balls, 55-yard balls in practice, great hang time, and that's just because I haven't overkicked. But you have to make it game type. So in practice, I do tons of drops and tons of technique stuff, and I don't necessarily hit a lot. I hit a few balls right before we go into team, which is usually 10th period, middle of practice, because I want to make it game-like. You know, like I hit a ball into the net, then I run out and hit the ball on the field. So my 5 live balls with Coach Fisher and with all the guys stopped, I have to make those as realistic as possible so it transitions to the field, which it has this year.
And when you talk about that shape, I mean, how to give people an idea, like, so what does it take for a punter to be, like, in great shapes? I think the normal feeling would just be like, oh, just your legs and that's it, but what more goes into it?
I don't know. The biggest thing for me is my freshman and sophomore year, I was about 240 and just really didn't have a problem with it, didn't really know. I think I was just young, kind of immature, that it was taking a toll on my back and legs. I'm about 215 now, 212 to 215, and just hitting the ball as far now as I was in camp when my legs were fresh. So that was definitely the goal. That's the plan that my coach and I had the whole year, and we just had to keep it going, and punting won't stop.
Jimbo was saying that the senior class has a chance to win more games than maybe any senior classes ever won at Florida State. Is that hard to even fathom?
Oh, I mean, it's hard to even fathom. I mean, and just think about it, because just the blessing of being here. I mean, all of my friends, I mean, the punters all pretty much know each other. I mean, just because games and camps and stuff that we go to. But having the chance to have 4 10-win seasons is pretty remarkable. And obviously a national championship, 3 ACC championships in my hometown. I mean, I couldn't have asked for a better place to come.
Have you started to look at the combine process and drafts and scouting and all that yet?
I looked at it some sort, just trying to finish up and obviously look a lot more into that right after the Florida game. Just trying to stay focused on these last two games and hit the ball well and just keep doing the same thing I've been doing all year. And it'll just take care of itself.
When you see a bunch of scouts at practice like you did today, I mean, how do you and the players kind of adjust to it, or do you guys want to push a little bit more that you have people watching?
You know, personally, you know, it doesn't make that big of a difference. I mean, because I've seen him for 4 years, I mean, no one's had more scouts on this field in the last few years. No college has had more scouts, you know, weekly. Obviously with Jameis, with KB, with all the guys. So you kind of get used to just hitting around them. You know, does it go up a little bit? Does your level of play go up a little bit? I mean, I guess, but, you know, it's just always a workout. And that's kind of been the mentality in the games this year is because y'all know we have scouts at every game, but, you know, just go out and do my thing and show them, you know, why I'm out there.
Any more added attention from you in practice, though, because you are a senior, and maybe as an underclassman, they were looking at KB and Jameis and stuff, but being as though you're a senior and going to be draft eligible, maybe they're looking at you now?
I mean, you know, if they are, they are. You know, I don't pay much attention to it just because the season's not over yet. Can't really look forward, you know, right now because we haven't played our last game, so that's really just the mindset.
Thanks, Jason.